Okay, this working? Okay, cool. Hello everyone. I wanted to talk about probably my all-time favorite loadout this season in Destiny 2. Oh man, the recording is a little bit laggy. Oh well. So, I absolutely love this loadout. Now y'all are gonna think me insane a little bit here at the start. Artifact, Overload SMG, even though I don't really need it, and then anti-barrier shotgun, because when in activities like Contest of Elders, these two are going to be overcharged and be working a lot better. And then I just have the melee mods to keep some energy up. Fell the Revenants, cool. Rapid impacts, kinetic impacts, and concussive reload I have just because I like my grenade launchers working well. And it feels really good on Chill Inhibitor right now. Trace evidence, rapid precision hits, or rapid final blows on targets affected by jolt or blind will generate ionic traces. This is going to come in handy since we're on an arc build. Retinal burn. I think that's how you say that. Rapid arc weapon precision hits consume an armor charge to blind the target. Then you have arc compounding. Arc sources deal increased damage to blind targets. Curative orbs and thick of it, because you want maximum orbs and maximum armor charges. And also, resistance to damage is pretty cool. So, then with Thick of It and Curative Orbs in the Tonic Capsule, we're going to be running a fine Tonic of Brawling, so that while we're surrounded, weapons have increased handling. And then on Curative Orbs, Orbs of Power or Elemental Pickups grant a small amount of health. Always good. And then this tonic is optional, but I like Tonic of Enhancement Cores because I'm always hurting for them. Even though I have 2,000 in my vault that I absolutely refuse to use. Now, for subclass, you're going to want Storm Trance. Yeah, that's the controversial part. Most people are like, Storm Trance is terrible. Trust me when I say this build relies on Storm Trance here. Then you're going to want Electrostatic Mind and Arc Soul. Always good to have those. Pulse Grenade, Chain Lightning, Strafe Glide is awesome, and Healing Rift is a must. Then you want Spark of Discharge. You're going to want Spark of Resistance, Spark of Shock, because you want maximum amount of Jolt. And then Spark of Ions, because Ionic Traces make you amplified, and amplified you go zoom zoom. Conditional Finality is cool, but it also works with Wither Horde or Forerunner. Sorry. Not as well, though, in my opinion. Like, you want Wither Horde or Conditional Finality because they just work the best. Because Conditional absolutely chunks down majors and mini-bosses when an SMG will not do. Then this is the role of my Noxious Vetiver? I don't know how to pronounce that. Interesting. I cannot get enough of this role. With Fluted Barrel and Upended Mag, you get a lot of magazine size and then some good stability and handling on this gun. I don't remember the masterwork, so good luck figuring that out. Unrelenting, because health is always cool, and then jolting feedback. I've seen a lot of people hate on Unrelenting, just like they hate on Storm Trance. And it's not for no reason, it's not that great, but in this build, where you have very little healing, because Arc Warlock is absolutely terrible at healing, you need all the health you can get. So jolting feedback and Unrelenting is amazing. It feels so good, because every 3 kills, whether that's kills from the jolt on jolting feedback or not, you get health. And it's not a small amount of health, it is huge. It is like 65 HP, and it triggers health regeneration. It's basically a healing grenade every 3 kills. And then either Chill Inhibitor or Bittersweet with Envious Arsenal Bait and Switch, because when Conditional Finality won't work, like on big bosses, you need something else to just burn them to the ground. Because Storm Trance isn't doing it. Storm Trance is ad clear. So far, a lot of wacky choices. And now is the part where they all starts to work together. Helmet is Crown of Tempests with its perk Conduction Tines. Conduction Tines is bonkers powerful. And here's what I mean. So most people prefer like Nezarec Sin, which gives 300% regen on grenade and melee and 200% super and class ability regen. Here's what Conduction Tines does. At 1 stack, 167.5% additional base grenade, melee, and super regen rate. It also applies to class ability a little bit. It's a small boost, not much. And then on 2 stacks, 335% base regen for those abilities. And then at 3 stacks, here's where it gets ridiculous. 502.5%. You're getting grenades, melees, and supers like crazy here. And at 3 stacks, it's 66% decreased passive super drain. Yeah, Storm Trance lasts forever now. It's like 30 seconds. It is absolutely nuts. And then you're going to want Ashes to Assets because all those grenades coming from high discipline here. And then Conduction Tines on top of that. You're going to want to get super energy from it. And we want heavy-handed. So for Orbs of Power there, so you want to get super energy somehow, Ashes to Assets. Harmonic Siphon, so that you absolutely milk that SMG for Orbs of Power. And then the best part, Power Preservation. Power Preservation on a super that lasts 30 seconds is ridiculous. You get so many Orbs of Power for your allies. They get basically constant supers. It is 2.5% super energy per orb, and when you're generating like 20 orbs per super, your allies get immediate supers back the second your super ends. It is absolutely nuts. And then with Conduction Tines, your super's just going to come right back, on top of picking up Orbs of Power from your ally supers. And then here, I did a bit of a recovery mod because I wanted to get to tier 3, as a healing rift is very important on Arc. And then Impact Induction because I wanted more grenades. Heavy-handed because it costs 1 energy with the artifact mod. And then Arc Loader to increase the reload speed of that SMG because it is not great. Resist mods, it doesn't really matter, just match it to the activity you're doing. And then I did put a discipline mod on the helmet and robes and on the boots. And then recuperation and better already. I've noticed a lot of people don't go for these. It's kind of mandatory on Arc. You're getting an enormous amount of Orbs of Power just non-stop from having melee up, and then the SMG, and then your allies' supers. And when Arc has like no healing, you need something good. You need something good. And so you get a lot from recuperation. These two combined basically equals 1 unrelenting proc. It gives like 70 health, and it gives instant health regeneration. Like it immediately starts to regenerate after picking up an orb. And then Solar Holster, and you might say, well, that's confusing. Why do you have Solar Holster? That's stupid. Conditional Finality is its element changes to solar after the first shot, and it stays solar after the second shot. So after you fire twice, then when you store it, Solar Holster in 2 ticks will reload your weapon. Now this is Solar Holster ticks, so it's not going to be insanely fast. I think it's like 5 seconds. But yeah, it's going to be fully reloaded. Both shots. And I got Discipline on my Bond for more grenades. And I do have Tier 6 Intellect for more super. And then you have Reaper, because on class ability usage, you want Orbs of Power to heal you. healthy finisher, because you want finishers to heal you as well. And then proximity ward, another one I see very underutilized. See a lot of people in high-end content going in, using a bunch of other mods stacked up, and then when they enter a finisher and the unstop is bugged and decides to ground slam them, they start complaining, I shouldn't have died to that. You wouldn't have if you had proximity ward. I can only think of once that I have died with proximity ward active. And that was intentionally when I surrounded myself with resilient homing shanks in a legend lost sector. I intentionally went in, brought one to finisher range, had them all surround me, probably 25 of them. Hit the finisher, all of them exploded, and then I died. Still got the finisher off, but I did die. You know how fast you would die without proximity ward? 3 shanks. Like, minimum 3 shanks. Probably 5 shanks max. Like, you need proximity ward. And I have been having some insane amount of orb can't speak. Sorry. I've been getting so many orbs of power with this build. I initially created it when I needed, what's the challenge? I think it's, where is it? It's one of these. I know it's here. Ah, this one. Round and round we go. It requires like 500 orbs of power to be generated in Vanguard, Crucible, or Gambit playlists. So I decided another week when I needed to do something for Gambit, Jolting Electricity, I'm just going to throw an arc build together and we're going to see how it rolls. Went into Gambit, I was getting like 50, 100 orbs per run through. And then one 50 round onslaught. And I had about as many orbs as I had kills. Absolutely absurd amounts of orbs here. And the amount of health you get back from Unrelenting and then Recuperation Better Already and then the Tonic is absurd. Every orb of power is just full health. And then 3 kills and it's half health. It's nuts. This build has been so much fun. It's not great in like Grandmasters, but yeah, it's not great in Grandmasters because Arc falls off hard after you hit Legend difficulty. But just jolting everything in an area, which keeps the overload stunned, is amazing. It's just so much fun to see all the numbers going up from Storm Trance, just chaining lightning to everything nearby, and then watching the orb feed in the chat. Even if it takes a long time to get it rolling in a Grandmaster, once it's rolling, you're gonna have a lot of fun. Even in lower end content with people constantly stealing kills with Graviton, once the build is rolling, it's unstoppable. It is so much fun. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I just wanted to share probably my current favorite build right now. I hope y'all enjoyed and found something useful in this video, even if you're gonna laugh at me for using Storm Trance and Unrelenting. See you all later.